Well, hello, everybody. My name is Sarah, and this is Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Clean Intermittent Fasting and OMAD. And I'm in a really good space today um, as I deal with Greg's death. And so I thought I'd record now while I'm feeling good rather than when I'm not. And the knots happen a lot. But if you see him walk by, because a lot of you used to see him walk by, if you see him walk by in this video, you really need to let me know because that's his spirit and he's here. Every morning I wake up and I have a few tears and I ask him out loud, can you just show me that you're here? And then I walk downstairs into the collection. He was a gatherer of things. I guess that's the good way to put it. Not a hoarder in the sense of he needs a Discovery Channel, but I have a lot of work ahead of me. But thank you for all of your pouring out of kindness and words. And although I will always be a clean intermittent fasting person and an OMAD person, this new widow's diet is not something I recommend, but it's very effective for cutting your appetite. I guess I don't need, what is it, Ozempic or whatever that new thing that they discovered that celebrities have been secretly taking. Oh, yes, it's magic. But anyway, I am doing well. Thank you so much for all of your words. Who knew how important this channel would be with something like a death of a spouse? And the Widows Club is quite active and alive. And it's so funny how people come out of the woodwork here on my Facebook page and then personally that became widows. And most of us, of course, became widows, whether we wanted to be or not. It's God's way. And so I feel totally, totally blessed. The man was, shoot, my rock. And there are good times and there's tougher times, as you can see. But I'm glad for every minute that we had together. And I know that this is just the way that it's supposed to be. I think that I'm probably going to be better at handling being a widow than he would have at being a widower. So I know that God does exactly what God's going to do, and I trust in that. And Greg's got one armpit, and God's got the other, and I'm just, they're carrying me for sure. So the kids have been great. His kids, my kids, they've been great and supportive. So here I am with my cuppa. Do you have your cuppa? And it is fresh ground. I got a new grinder. Greg said on Sunday, he said, I'm sick of that grinder. I was too, the other one that I had. And it was such a mess every day getting up. It's like it took so long to clean up, and those microfiber towels and paper towels and my Dyson. Oh my God, it was just like such a mess. So he said, get that one. And it is a beauty. So it's a burr grinder. It was like $72, I think, on Amazon. I am so, so, so glad I got it. And I've been hounded with Element, LMNT, excuse me, reminders. They know how long your little boxes last, I guess. So I was on my fourth box. You buy three, you get the fourth free. And so I knew I was going to pull the trigger for a new four boxes to be delivered. So I did that this morning. I get the raw unflavored because I have it during my clean intermittent fasting part of my food program. So I have that in the morning in warm water, and it sets me up for the day. I know I've got it. It's a little expensive, but it's totally worth it. It's done. And I'm at that place where I like done. And so, yeah, it's been a journey of emotions, of paperwork, of things that I can't do until I get the death certificate, of dealing with all of the foods that he loved that I don't. And of course, because I'm the food hoarder, now I've got all these donations for the food pantry and the places that give out food. There's one place that does it on Fridays, And seeing that today is Friday, maybe I'll go over with a couple of bins of Greg's sort of foods that I don't have, like, just his favorite things that weren't opened. The open things, I got to the dump. I was a big girl, hadn't been to the dump in 18 years, kind of had a little meltdown there at the dump when this nice young man came over, and it's like, can I help you? Oh, baby, you just never know when it's going to hit. So, anyway, I guess my humor is carrying me through as much as, Greg's spirit and God's comfort and love and all of your comfort and love. And I don't want to give up my clean intermittent fasting and OMAD. I will tell you that if there's anything that you can call a rock in your life for when things come and shake you, your illnesses, other people's illnesses, financial upsets, death, any of that sort of stuff, if you've got a clean intermittent fasting and OMAD lifestyle with just black coffee, you are portable and can go anywhere. And what I'm finding is that, the just black coffee works in any and all circumstances. I prefer my own at home, but if I go someplace and there's like, would you like coffee? And it's like, yeah, you can give me a black cup of coffee and I will be just happy. I don't have to have any of the fussiness that I used to have. I was so freaking fussy about what I put in my coffee. And now I can say just black, please. And I know. And if I want my coffee strong and Starbucks French roasty, I can just do it at home with my new grinder for the beans that don't make a mess. Oh, what a relief. I'm seeing how long it took me to clean up after using that other grinder. I turned one of my sons, onto the pour over coffee, and it's life changing for him too, because he likes it strong. And his wife was nagging him about, quit using Keurigs. It's a waste to the environment. And it was like, great. So he got it and he sent me a picture of the kettle and the carafe, the starter kit for the pour over. And so I have bequeathed to him the grinder that I was using until the big honking one came. And I said, I'm going to give it to you. It's a mess, but it works. And so when he was here the day that Greg died, they were here at the door when I got back from the hospital, thank God. And he thought, you didn't take off the lid, that you just kind of poured it from the hole in the back where the ground beans kind of shoot into the container. And so I'll have to show him today. Yeah, that's what we mothers do with our kids. We still show them the way, even if it's with a bean grinder. So I'm holding on to my OMAD, and it's not hearty and substantial. I will guarantee you that. Like I said, this widow's diet it's like Ozempic, it's like for the quick 10. And but I get full and that's it. And I don't want to start other things. I want to stick to the clean intermittent fasting and the OMAD because it has carried me. And so now I know in any and all situations, I didn't have the dealing with your spouse's death on my list of like where clean intermittent fasting and OMAD came in, but I'm definitely grateful for it. And so, I've never gotten to know his family like I have now. Isn't that something? And they're inviting me and doing things, and I have more of a social life with them than in the 17 years I was with Greg. I guess, he took care of it with phone calls and chatting. He's got 5 siblings and everything. It's just been good. So what I'm dealing with now in the fridge is the kind of perishable stuff. Like I've got Panera soup, and I do feel like the little old lady that has a little soup. I don't have crackers. I have ciabatta bread and then oranges. And I'm doing a little bit each day with people, social, face-to-face. So after I went to the dump, being the big girl that I am, I went to the store and I bought 3 oranges. It was kind of like, just like, get me in the store, get some hugs going, I'm sorry going, just breaking the ice with the people. So I'll do that a little bit more. I said, hey, when I run out of 3 oranges, I'll be back, And I did tell my boss, I said, I have freezers filled with meat. And so if you see me buying a ribeye because it's on sale and it seems like a good deal and I'll put it in the freezer. He said, slap it out of your hand. And I said, yes, and slap me too, because I have so much meat in the freezer that I don't think I need to go shopping. All I'm going to need is apples, bananas, and and apples, bananas, and oranges, right? And I don't need any cream or sugar for my coffee. So really, I am just into needing produce, and so that will help too. So anyway, I just want to let you know this is a good moment, as any of you that have gone through anything like this will understand. So I just wanted to get it out there. It is Friday. A video is due. Um, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I feel okay at the end of the day. I feel productive. If I make one phone call about the details and the stuff that you have to do. I'm getting calls from Greg's customers. His phone is a little bit different. His computer is totally different. His bookkeeping methods are non existing. So that is a territory whee, that I'm going to have to learn. It's going to need a forensic scientist to go through the finances of all of that. His brother did call me on the day that he died, and he said, does Greg keep the same books that I keep? And I know the type of books he keeps too. I said, yes. And he goes, well, you're in for it now. It's like, I know. So anyway, and this is tax season. If you're over 70, if you're 73, it's the RMD thing. So that's a lot of gotta do this year too. So and then, looking at like what I have to do regarding the paperwork of dying and moving things. And so I'm busy, but it's good. I've got to focus and I can do this, and it feels good. I can answer the comments here and on Facebook and I feel good. Then I'm overwhelmed. I can take a drive and buy 3 oranges and I'm good. I can plan my little OMAD, which today will be broccoli and cheddar soup with ciabatta bread and an orange. How simple does that get? I just don't have an appetite for much more, which is good because, I truly think I knew something was going to happen like this, or I knew this was going to happen because I knew I was eating at it. As some of you, when I did my struggle thing, like last week, and people, understood, and the struggle bus, was picking me up every morning. And although I stuck to my clean intermittent fasting and my OMAD, that OMAD was like a lot more than it needed to be. And I feel to the deepest part of my soul that I knew, even without Greg knowing he was going to die, I just had that feeling, and you can't take that away from me. And I just know. And I know that I was eating at it because I'd look over at him and I just feel so bad and helpless. And who can you tell when you have a feeling like that? Because you want to dash it out because it's like, well, don't bring that on. I wasn't bringing it on. It was coming on to me, and I think God was preparing me in the last couple of weeks, and and you can't take that away from me. I mean, female intuition, I don't know, just clarity, who knows, but whew, thank you so much for being here and listening to this, and there'll probably be more like this, but enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend. If you saw Greg, let me know, and I will see you here the next time. Thanks so much for being here. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. And oh boy, a whole lot more with clean intermittent fasting and OMAD. Bye-bye for now.